Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here at Banknote Trading, where we take a look at the US dollar pairs in the Forex market. Today, we'll start by taking a look at Euro USD on the 4-hour chart. Let's start by mapping out the current range, with this being the low that was formed, while higher highs are still being made, breaking out of structure to the upside. And we're going to count this as the overall range, with this being the demand zone and another demand zone where price could retrace back into and then continue higher, or it has been a little bit overextended after breaking out past all of the previous structure. All bullish, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So there is a retracement, and DXY does reverse. Then we can look for a deeper retracement, but for right now, just look for any type of buying opportunity. Once price does retrace back down into discount or into an area of demand, like I was saying earlier, or into a deeper area of demand, there's liquidity sitting on these lows. But this is the current range that we're seeing, with this being the higher low. Currently, it looks like it is in an ascending channel. More recent price action. So we'll be looking to take out any type of liquidity sitting on these lows. If it does start to retrace, we're looking for any type of buying opportunity, like I was saying. But right now, it's wouldn't take any sales unless some of these lows are getting taken out. You can see bearish momentum to the downside. So GBP USD, let's go and map out the current range on the 4-hour chart, with this being the low that shouldn't be broken, because it's the low that took out the highs of the previous range, which forms this range now that we're in. I'm just looking for any type of buying opportunity, obviously with higher highs being made from this low, higher low. Now we're at the highs. Price is consolidating sideways. Now this one more looks like a bull flag. Could possibly lead to taking out the liquidity sitting over the highs, but I'm looking at any type of buying opportunity, unless it does retrace back down to discount or retrace back down to an area of demand, and I see a bullish momentum shift. If it does retrace back down here, looking for a type of buying opportunity. It does look like it's still, if it does retrace back down here, it's just an expansion of this overall range. If it does retrace, make a deeper retracement. So that's in a real setup right now, only if I do see a momentum shift into higher prices. If it does break out higher, then I'll be looking for retracement back down. If it does break down lower, look for any type of reaction to any type of demand area. AUD USD, let's go and map out the current range on the 4-hour chart, and this being the low that took out the highs of the previous range. Obviously, it was making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Swept liquidity under the lows, and buyer stepped back in and took out the highs of the previous range. Only looking for any type of buying opportunity. If it does retrace back down, looks like it already tapped into this area of demand, and buyers weren't able to break past the highs. If it does retrace back down to the discount, looking for any type of retracement or area, any type of opportunity to buy. It does trace back down to the discount, and I see any type of bullish momentum shift to the upside. Looking for any type of buying opportunities then, but right now, not looking to take any sales back down. Like I said, it already tapped into this area of demand, and buyers weren't able to break past the highs. But if it does start to do that now, if it does push past the highs and retrace back down, I'll be looking for any type of buying opportunity. But if it retraces back down, I wouldn't be looking or expecting anything from that area. But if it does go back down to the discount, looking for any type of buying opportunities only, as the price still is bullish, even though it is expanding, and price has gone back down into the range. That's what I was saying last week. So I'll probably stay out of that market. NZD USD, go map out the current range, since these highs didn't take out the highs of this previous structure, unlike Aussie dollar. Then the overall range is still from this low. Overall range is still from this low to this high, since these highs weren't taken out. I mean, these highs didn't take out this high. So it's something similar to Aussie dollar, making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. And then there was a sweep of this liquidity sitting under these lows. Buyer stepped back in and broke structure to the upside. So swing structure bullish, internal structure bullish, and now we're just consolidating sideways, waiting on a direction, because if Aussie dollar does go ahead and turn back down, then this does correlate with that pair, which means this wouldn't make a high out of this range, and it would just retrace back down. Still only looking for buying opportunities, just like with Aussie dollar. And this also did tap into this area of demand. Buyer did not step, well, they did step back in, take out some of the highs, but not the highs of the overall range. So we're looking to see if the decision is going to be made on Aussie dollar and NZD USD. Because if it does retrace back down, I wouldn't be looking for or expecting any type of opportunity since the demand has already been tapped into, but it could. If bullish momentum does shift into that direction, take it for the highs of the overall range, I'll be looking for a type of buying opportunity. But if it does trace back down to discount, and also be looking for any opportunity then. But these pairs seem to be overextended if DXY does start to turn around now. GBP AUD. Let's go ahead and map out the current range. Since overall this was the swing structure, the broke structure to the downside. Of course, this is the trend line that's still building in a bullish direction, but overall this current swing structure, this was the low that was formed, traced back up into the lower high from the low from this high. Seller step back in, and then we started to climb back up. Or seller step back in, and then we started to climb back up after it hit this trend line on the bottom, making higher highs, higher lows, broke structure to the upside, higher highs. This lower high has not been taken out yet. It still gets, tapped into, but not any, strong close above it. Technically, still swing structure bearish. It was making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So turn structure was bullish. With these buyers, this support area, and these buyers weren't able to take out that high that was formed here. You can see it. So just looking to see if, it hit a double high, this high and this high. Still not taking out the lower high from the highs previously. So looking to see if buyers could make a push to the upside, and I'm looking to see if this can turn into a bullish chart right now. Like I said, swing structure still bearish, internal structure starting to didn't make any lows, so technically still bullish. Fractal structure is just ranging sideways, not taking out any lows, taking any highs currently. But if it does start to take out some of the lows, it'll be an opportunity to sell back down into discount, back down into taking out the targeting the lows of the overall range. GBP NZD, and it started to trend sideways into a squeeze. Let's go and map out the current range. Tapped into premium, seller step back in, weren't able to take out the lows of the OR range. Buyer step back in, broke structure to the upside, tapped into premium once again, and prices started to, like I was saying last week, started to consolidate sideways. And then it broke out to the downside. So swing structure bearish, fractal structure started to be bearish once it started taking out these lows and unable to make any new highs into premium. So waiting to see if this can continue. It doesn't look like any strong momentum to either side, so I don't see any opportunity to buy or sell right now. Biases to the downside, but still looks like it's consolidating sideways. With liquidity building over the highs, liquidity building under the lows. The support area has been held up, and so it's haven't gone back into testing that support area. But if it does start to break down, I'll be looking for any type of selling opportunity to target the lows of the overall range, because that would be swing structure bearish, fractal structure bearish, internal structure bearish. But right now, just trading sideways, so not looking for any opportunity until it presents itself any momentum into the upside or to the downside. Then I'll be looking for the opportunity to buy or sell. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for joining us.